Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at an existing archetype and seeing how Aetherdrift has given us some new tools to make this archetype work. And this archetype is Rakdos Sacrifice, or as I like to call it, Rakdos Sakdos. So with this deck, it's a pretty simple premise, but it's hard to make pull off unless you have enough of the right support tools in standard. And currently, I'm thinking that we have the support necessary to make a deck like this work. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So when it comes to a sacrifice deck, you need two things. You need the things to sacrifice, and you need the payoffs for that sacrifice. So if you don't have enough payoffs, then you're throwing away stuff for no reason. So you really shouldn't even be playing a sacrifice deck. But if you have enough payoff style cards, or enough cards that can tackle enough angles of the meta, then I think you've got a pretty decent decks here. So first off, let's look at what we'll be sacrificing. So first we have Hopeless Nightmare. It's a fantastic enchantment that you can sacrifice later for benefit, and when you sacrifice the enchantment, you get to scry for 2. Fantastic. You have Spiteful Hexmage. It's a 3/2 for 1 black mana. When it comes into play, it creates a cursed role token that then attaches to a creature. So if the Hexmage is the only creature on the table, when you cast it, he will curse himself, making him much less of an interesting play. But here's the thing is, the curse tokens are enchantments, and enchantments can be sacrificed to bargain effects and can be sacrificed to other effects that this deck employs. We'll go over those bit by bit. Next up, we have the Clockwork Percussionist. This is another good card to sacrifice because when this creature dies, exile the top card of your library. You may play it until the end of your next turn. So for 1 red mana, you get a 1/1 attacking creature that you can then sacrifice later for benefit. Because in most cases, your opponents aren't going to give you a lot of chances to kill it otherwise, because they're not going to block this creature. Like, why would they block a 1/1 and trading with another 1/1 or a 2/1 and watching you get benefit out of it? No one's going to do that. So good sacrifice effect. Torch the Tower, that is a sacrifice payoff. We'll get back to that in a moment. Something that we have, Fear of Missing Out. Fear of Missing Out works for this deck because you fill your graveyard pretty quickly, either from sacrificing things or drawing and discarding, or creatures just going to the graveyard as per normal. Also, you have a lot of enchantments going to the graveyard in this deck because you're sacrificing a lot of things. Speaking of which, Disturbing Mirth. When this enchantment enters, you may sacrifice another enchantment or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. When you sacrifice this enchantment, manifest Dread. So this is really good for sacrificing the cursed role token from Spiteful Hexmage, or for sacrificing something that's not giving you any benefit anymore, like say Momentum Breaker or Hopeless Nightmare. So Disturbing Mirth, really good. Also, if you play multiple Disturbing Mirths, you play the first one, sacrificing something stupid, and drawing 2 cards. Then you play the second one, sacrificing the first Disturbing Mirth, and then suddenly you get to manifest Dread. That's awesome. I like that a lot. Pretty cool card. Aside from that, we have Braids. Braids is another sacrifice enabler. She's really good for this deck, and I will always take any opportunity to play Braids. So this card, it's 3/3, and at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent of their choice that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life, and you draw a card. So not only is it damage pressure, not only is it card advantage in drawing cards, but it's also one of the most effective sacrifice enablers that you have access to. So she's a really, really solid card for this deck. And fodder-wise, Urabrask's Forge, another fantastic card. Creates dudes every turn, and since you don't sacrifice the dude until either it dies in combat or you get to your end step, you can then get the option to sacrifice it to Braids instead. So before this effect goes on the stack, this effect does. You sacrifice the creature, get benefit out of it through Braids, and then, well, Suddenly the creature's not there anymore, so Urabrask's Forge doesn't need to sacrifice the token anymore. Boom. And 3 Sheoldred to round out the top end because she's just really damn good, especially for a pressure cooker style deck like this. And when I say pressure cooker, I mean decks that don't necessarily need to attack in order to win. They will deal just a little bit of damage to you every single turn, just going on and on and on. So you got constant damage from Braids, you got draw damage from Sheoldred, you got Hopeless Nightmare doing a little extra damage there, plus the creatures themselves, like the creatures that come out of Urabrask's Forge. That's all doing a lot of pressure damage right there. So pretty decent build. Aside from that, let's look at the potential payoffs. 1, you have Final Vengeance. For 1 black mana, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or enchantment, exile target creature. Fantastic. Really good removal for only 1 black mana, especially because you're generating so many enchantments that you don't care about. So you aren't even going to be thinking twice about sacrificing for Final Vengeance. Aside from that, we also have Torch the Tower. It deals 2 damage to target unless you bargain it. And by bargaining, you sacrifice a token or enchantment or an artifact. Pretty much anything other than a creature or a planeswalker. So you sacrifice to the tower, and then suddenly it's now doing 3 damage instead of 2, and you get to scry for 1. And if a permanent dealt damage by Torch the Tower would die this turn, exiled instead. So, perfect. So you got exile from Final Vengeance, you got exile from Torch the Tower. Really good, solid removal, especially in today's meta. Aside from that, you do have Momentum Breaker as some backup removal in the form of Sacrifice, and you have Nowhere to Run, which is good for getting around Hexproof and Shroud and things like that. So yeah, there's the deck. It's pretty straightforward. The play pattern is very nice. Play some early dudes or some early enchantment-based removal. Follow it up with some sacrifice effects. And then end up running them over with either Urabrask's Forge or Sheoldred. It's a pretty solid game plan. I like it a lot. So let's go play some games, and I will see you again at the end of this video for the post-game recap. Okay, so we get to go first this time. Fantastic. We got 2 Sulfurous Springs and a Swamp. 2 Spite Mages, a Braids, and a Sheoldred. I will keep. It's decent. Okay, there goes Hexmage 1. Okay, they play a Meticulous Archive, Surveil 1. And apparently they liked what they saw, because they kept it right there. Alright, Hexmage again. Double Hex on that guy. Oh, they can only have 1. That's right, because it's a roll. Only 1 at a time. Alright, play a Seachrome Coast, and pass the turn. Let's play a Sulfurous Springs. And we will attack like that. Seized from Slumber. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Destroy tapped creature. Alright. It is destroyed. You take 1 damage. Alright, I play Braids. Braids comes in. Gobbles up that. You lose 2 life. I draw a card. What you got? What you got? Scry 1. So they're banned now, huh? Alright. I'm into seeing what they got going on. And they kept it up top. I guess they liked what they saw. Alright, let's play this Sulfurous Springs. Attack for a bunch. I gotta seize that one, huh? Alright, let's go. Alright, so 3. And go to your draw phase. Yeah, lose 2 life. But it goes to 11. Another one is a Restless Vinestock. Okay. Play this one. Play the Restless Vents. Attack. Luminous Rebuki. Alright, it has been rebuked. Discard that. Cool. Opponent is at 6 health. Opponent has done nothing. Mountain, Restless, Animate. Next. More Crab. Okay. Alright, Crab is here. I'm gonna tap those 2 creatures. Okay. Alright, well, Final Vengeance. I'm going to target that. Sacrificing that. And then I'll also make you discard a card and lose 2 life. Let's see what they discard. They discarded 3 steps ahead. Okay. Temporary lockdown, huh? Okay. Now, I just need to get some removal from that temporary lockdown, and that'd be hilarious. Oh, there it is. Sacrifice a creature enchantment, huh? Okay. So let's play this. Yeah, they saw it coming. New Master 69. Alright. Okay, so opponent goes first. We have 3 lands, Hopeless Nightmare, 2 Momentum Breakers, and a Sheoldred. That looks good to me. Alright, opponent opens with a Botanical Sanctum, and they're going to cast Bushwhack to go get a land. There's a forest. Let's play Swamp into Hopeless Nightmare. They discard Kitesail Larcenist. Been a while since I've seen that card. Oblivious Bookworm. Beginning of your end step, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card unless a permanent enter the battlefield face down under your control this turn, or you turn the permanent face up this turn. Okay, well, at least now we know what this deck is going to be aiming to do. So let's break your momentum real quick. I like that card back there. It's pretty nice. Paranormal Analyst. Whenever you manifest dread, put a card you put into your graveyard this way into your hand. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's go here, and then let's go here. Autopay. Sacrifice Hopeless. Draw. Then we scry 2. Let's see here. We got Restless Vents and Blackcleave Cliffs. Blackcleave should go away. Also, I don't know what kind of deck I'm up against, but I'm thinking it's some kind of a ramp, so I don't think the Percussionist is going to do us any good. Twist Reality, Manifest Dread. Alright, they're manifesting. And the card they put into the graveyard was Doppelgang. Okay. Well, I was right, it was some kind of ramp deck. Alright, let's go Mountain. Now, should we go Disturbing Mirth and Momentum Breaker? Or should we go Sheoldred or Urabrask's Forge? I'm thinking, let's open with the Momentum Breaker and see what they do. See what they sacrifice. Okay, that works. Alright, well, not enough damage to stop my guy. So I'm just going to attack for 3. I take it. Good. And then we'll go Disturbing Mirth. Pay for it. We'll sacrifice the Momentum Breaker. Draw 2 more cards. Very cool. Sacrifice this Momentum Breaker. They lose 2 more life. I draw a card. Alright, they attack for 3. And they do not cast anything. Alright, let's go here. Let's go Forge. Let's go do the attack phase and swing in. Alright, they didn't do anything, which is good. So what I'll do here is I will play Torch the Tower, not choosing the bargain. I'm just going to blow that up. And then post wrap up, we're going to sacrifice Disturbing Mirth to create an additional creature. Final Vengeance or Sulfurous. Play land. I'm assuming they're going to cast Doppelgang now, because it's pretty much their last opportunity. They can cast it for 1 currently. Yep. So they Doppelgang for 1. And then they Bushwhack to kill each other. Okay. I mean, it works to get it off the table, but that's some expensive removal. 2 card removal. Because they didn't lose anything by throwing their creature away. They just didn't gain anything either.
Okay, so what do we have here? We are going first. We have the Cliffs, we have the Swamp, we have Final Vengeance, Sheoldred, Torch the Tower, and 2 copies of Forge. I think I'll keep it. Alright, we go first. Drop the Cliffs and say go. Alright, opponent opens with a Swamp, and we get a Swamp as well. And nothing to do. Get a Wastewood Verge. Alright, playing the creature. Let's see. Deals 2 damage to target creature planeswalker. If the spell was bargained, instead it deals 3 damage to that permanent you scry 1. If permanent was dealt damage by Torch the Tower, would die this turn, exile instead. So that's what we will do. No bargain. Destroy it. Make sure it can't come back. Alright, well, got nothing else going on, so let's play Fear of Missing Out. Play it. Discard the Sheoldred. Draw an additional card. Play the Restless Vents. Alright, opponent has a Swamp. Are they doing anything? Casting Go for the threat. Okay. Alright, another Blackcleave Cliffs. Let's play our Urabrask Forge. Make a little guy. He's got 1 green open, or 1 black. Alright, Forge token goes away, they lose 1 life. Sentinel of the Nameless City. Okay, I'm gonna bump up our guy there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and play a second Forge. We'll come in. We will attack with both. Okay, they're gonna block the lesser of the 2. Not what I would have done, especially since I can do this. Boop, off you go. And Fear of Missing Out is now 4/4. Okay, it has to be that creature attacking to trigger the extra attack. Oh shit, this is a Phyrexian Fight deck. That's not good. Mosswood, draw a card. Play Mosswood Dread Knight. Alright, it's here. And Duress gets you nothing. Alright, my turn. Let's go ahead and say next. Got 2 guys coming in. We go next, attack again. Alright, nothing. It just comes through. So we'll start with casting Mirth. Sacrificing that. We draw 2 cards. Very nice. And let's play the Hopeless Nightmare. That will come in. Make them sacrifice a card and lose 2 life. Okay, they've got a cut down. I will wait, just because I know that they have that Obliterator in hand. Alright, they cast the Obliterator. Attack for 3. You got it, champ. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and say next. Okay, go next again. No attacks. Instead, I will Final Vengeance that by sacrificing... Ooh, I could sacrifice the Disturbing Mirth. I will sacrifice that. There we go. Alright, and then we'll play Urabrask's Forge number 3. Do we play that? No, they might have Maelstrom Pulse, so let's just play Fear of Missing Out. Submit 0. Oh, we have to discard at least one. Okay. Discard the Forge. Cool. Land. I guess that'll do it then. Yeah. Remove the key pieces of their game plan and just win the game, right?
Hey, that was a pretty wild game. And if you want to see more just like it, feel free to subscribe to the channel. You can also hit the like button and change your notification settings to be notified whenever I go live, post a community note, or put up a new video. So you can help yourself by helping me as well by letting me know what you felt about this video. Now let's get back to the games.
Okay, opponent goes first. We have a Restless Vents and a Mountain, Hopeless Nightmare, Spiteful Hexmage, Torch the Tower, and 2 Forges. Looks pretty decent to me. We'll keep it. Alright, opponent opens with a Mountain. We open with a Blackcleave Cliffs. Let's play the Spiteful Hexmage. Plains. Okay, I don't see anything else going on. So let's play the Mountain and play Disturbing Mirth. Comes in, sacrifice the token, draw 2 cards. Attack for 3. Not on my watch. Get out of here. Alright. Plains. Alright, I will play a Blazemire Verge into Urabrask's Forge. Forge makes the dude. Attack with dude. Yeah, we'll place another Mountain into Impact Tremors. Ooh, nice choice. Alright, let's go ahead and go Restless Vents. And then we will go sacrifice another enchantment or creature. Yeah, so let's go to the attack phase. Attack for 2. Then Disturbing Mirth comes in. Sacrifice that. Draw 2 more cards. Hopeless Nightmare. A discard is split up. Plains into form a posse. Interesting. Create X 1/1 red mercenary creature tokens with target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end turn. Activate sorcery. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like it. Alright, let's go ahead and go with... I don't have a way to make them discard 2 cards, unfortunately. But we do have more Forges. Alright, now they're just taking it. Alright, go to 11. Alright, I will play... They're missing out. Discard and draw. Discard that. And also probably that as well. Wait, no. Is it only 1? Yes, just discard 1. Impact Tremors with this is pretty good. At least forming more. Okay, coming in. Ow, ow, ow. Alright, my turn. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and we will start with the Clockwork Percussionist. And our opponent just says no more. You don't want to continue on at all? Alright, I mean, alright. And I'll take the win. A win's a win, alright? The game wasn't even over yet. Okay. This game, we have Blackcleave Cliffs, Sulfurous Springs, and Swamp, Hopeless Nightmare, Disturbing Mirth, Momentum Breaker, and Fear of Missing Out. Lots of discard. Lots of discard. We'll keep it up. Opponent gets to go first, so they get an option and additional... Oh, no, actually, no. We get the option and an additional land. They do not. So we will open with the Hopeless Nightmare. Hopefully they aren't packing Baloths. Bristly Bill, Spine Sower. Ruby. Ow. Alright, let's go Sulfurous Springs into Momentum Breaker. Make him sacrifice that creature. Bristlebale. Oh, Bristlebale. Alright, let's go and play this Swamp. And we'll go ahead and play a Hopeless Nightmare. And discard a card. Play Disturbing Mirth. Pay for it. Sacrifice enchantment is that one right there. We just scry 2. And the scry is going to let us keep Momentum Breaker. Spin the Spiteful Hexmage down. Disturbing Mirth is such a good card. Ooh, they didn't get a land. That's not good for them. Alright, let's go ahead and hit the Momentum Breaker. Or not. That's cool too. Okay. Hello everyone. We are going first. No, opponent is going first. We have Blackcleave Cliffs and a Mountain. Hopeless Nightmare, Momentum Breaker, Sheoldred, Clockwork, and Fear Missing Out. I'll keep it. Looks good. Alright, opponent is playing black again. So let's play the Percussionist. Attack for 1. Skullcap Snail. This creature enters target opponent exiles a card from their hand. Okay, I will exile the Sheoldred because it's the most expensive card. Alright, play Mountain. And good until the end of my next turn. So let's attack for 1. Then choose to block. Trigger shows me a land. Let's play Hopeless Nightmare. And they will choose to discard. They discarded a Thraxodemon. Is 3 tap, sacrifice another creature or artifact, draw a card. Interesting. Yeah. Resolve. Sacrifice that. Or discard that, I mean. Hopeless Nightmare. Okay, you got it. Resolve. Discarding the other Torch the Tower. Alright, so land for turn will be that one, obviously. And do we cast the Momentum Breaker? Do we cast Fear Missing Out? I think we play Fear Missing Out instead. Discard a card, discard that. Draw a fresh card. Ooh, Forge. It's a nice choice. Liliana, okay. Each player discards a card. Alright, I will discard the Momentum Breaker. Alright. Land. Forge. Dudes. Attack. Target a creature. This creature attacks with the first time each turn if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Untap target creature. After this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Looks good to me. Yeah, block there, of course. Okay. Second attack phase. Yeah, they both have to go there. Okay, that's cool too. Discard's not too good when you can vomit your hand out like that. Okay, we go first. We have 3 lands, Hopeless Nightmare, Nowhere to Run, Braids, and Forge. I'm keeping. Alright, first turn is going to be the Blackcleave Cliffs, and we'll play a Hopeless Nightmare. That's some very cool art. Very cool. Alright, I play a Swamp into Evolved Sleeper. Alright, let's go Blazemire Verge, and then play Nowhere to Run to eliminate the Sleeper. Alright, my turn. Go Sulfurous Springs, Forge. Make a dude. Does dude get to attack? The dude abides. Alright. Third land. We'll play our 4th land. So next, Urabrask's Forge comes in. Attack for 2. I still didn't see anything, so we will wait again. I'm just going to continue applying pressure until they choose to tap out for something, and then I'm going to drop my Braids. Still nothing? Alright, in that case, activate. Scry for 2. Clockwork Percussionist. That could draw some removal. Alright, play it. Make another guy. Swing. Well, they just take it. Alright. Well, let's continue letting them take that damage then. You got a removal spell from my Percussionist? I guess not. Alright, 5 lands. What are they gonna do? I'm gonna play a Virtue, huh? Okay. Yeah, getting you 2 life. That's fine. Final Vengeance, huh? And another Final Vengeance. Alright, let's go and play this Braids. I will sacrifice the Nowhere to Run. Ooh, I like that. Alright, 6 lands. And 2 Aclazons. Okay. And a Greedy Freebooter. Alright, pass. Alright, end of turn. Cancel. You hit the wrong button, champ. This one, right there. Okay, my turn. Let's see, let's go with the Momentum Breaker. Make them lose their last creature. It become a land, no big deal. We attack for 8. Put him to 3. And then we end the turn. We sacrifice the creature. It can go to 1. And this can't hit players though, unfortunately. Otherwise I would do it right now. And you can tap out for that Virtue if you want to, but I don't think it's smart. Good game. Another mono black deck onto the rack. Okay, so we get to go first. Awesome. We have Blackcleave, Blazemire Verge, and Swamp. We also have Hopeless Nightmare, Momentum Breaker, Clockwork Percussionist, and Urabrask's Forge. We'll keep it. Blazemire starts as a black land. Good to know. Alright, let's open with the Percussionist. Deck for 1. See what our opponent's going to play. Alright, opponent opens with the Restless Fortress, so they are at least an Orsov deck. Okay, let's go ahead and do the Hopeless Nightmare first. And discard a card. And lose 2 life. They discarded Zorlane. Okay. Oh, another land. Oh, it's a desert. Deal 1 damage to me. In case of the Uneaten Feast. So this is a life gain deck. Okay, very cool. Alright, let's play the Forge. Seal from Existence. Okay, what are they gonna eat up there? Very cool. And then sacrifice a creature or vehicle of their choice. They have neither. That's fine though. Let's play this. Play Braids. Deck 1. End turn, I will sacrifice Hopeless Nightmare. Make them sacrifice something. Oh no, they just took the 2 damage. Okay. Yeah, the Sulfurous Springs can go on top, and we can send the land down. We don't really need the land. And I say pass. Hold my mana open for that Torch the Tower. Okay, they play a Restless Fortress. Very cool. And Amalia. Okay. I will torch it now, rather than waiting. Pay the 3 life. Alright. Our turn. We get Urabrask's Forge. We got Spiteful. Equipping onto the Spiteful. Attack. We will sacrifice the Curse. Make them sacrifice an enchantment, or lose 2 life. They could very easily just sacrifice the Case of the Feast. We got their Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Okay. There. Let's get rid of that. Yep. That'll do it. I love that card. That card is too good. We have 2 lands. We have a Blackcleave and a Blazemire Verge. Final Vengeance, Spiteful, 2 Mirths, and a Torch the Tower. Looks like a decent open. So we'll take this, opening with Blackcleave Cliffs into Spiteful Hexmage. They open with a Shadow Backstreet. It will Surveil 1. Hit that Blackcleave. And Spiteful Hexmage. Hexmage comes in with a Cursed Roll attached to him. Now, why did I play the Blackcleave that appeared on this side of my hand? I played it because my opponent doesn't know that these are lands over here. But what they do know is that I played the card that I had just drawn, which would make them think, potentially, that I might not have the best of hands. So it's a little bit of a play. Disturbing Mirth. Okay, I'm down with that. Works for me. Alright, Blade Plains. Ketramos, the New Dawn. Alright, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and Blazemire Verge. And then we will play Urabrask's Forge. Since it's a little bit too soon for them to be activating Ketramos, we can just chill on removing that for now. Wait, just Ashes. Yeah, that works. Alright, Hopeless Nightmare. So let's go ahead and hit the Disturbing Mirth. Sacrificing this Disturbing Mirth to draw some cards. And then, got this one right here. Now, face down card. Go and play this swap. That activates the Blazemire Verge. Very nice. And I think we'll play the Hopeless Nightmare. Okay, so they opted to remove Blazemire Tome. I'm going to do this right now rather than waiting, because they likely will find a way to eliminate my face down card. Oh, that's right, I don't need to do that necessarily with the face down card. I can just do it on this Disturbing Mirth. Forge? We'll keep the Forge. Let's see. Choose a card masses face down card. It'll be the Forge. Control may turn face up at any time for its mana cost if it's a creature card, but it's not a creature card though. Alright, let's go Mountain, and let's go Attack for 4. Now this is a Hopeless Nightmare, this is an Urabrask's Forge, so I cannot flip either one of them. Alright, opponent goes to 12, we play Sheoldred. End turn. Okay, they're going to draw a card with the Blazemire Tome. Lose 2 life with the Sheoldred. Alright, they're casting the End on Sheoldred, which is fine. I mean, it's not like we run 4 of them. I think we run 2, maybe 3. Well, just 2. 2 more than I had in my hand at it. Alright, page counter. Just trying to scry away the bad stuff. Alright, my turn. Sweet, my turn. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Blackcleave Cliffs. And then we go next. Attack like that. Drop him down a little bit. Play Momentum Breaker, make him discard a card. And they discarded Soul Search. Yeah, pretty pointless. And they got 3 cards in hand. Soul Search. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an online card from it. Exile that card. If the card's mana value is 1 or less, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token flying. Well, it's got 1 and less, so let's go ahead and cast it. Bargain. And we're going to target a creature or planeswalker. We'll target that right there. Do we want to do that just to deny them getting a 1/1 creature? Yeah, I do. Sacrifice that. Yeah, that's the level of petty we're feeling right now. Yeah, setting that down. Take the fear of missing out. Uh-huh. Oh, and get the actual Ketramos. No, that's not good. Page counter. Alright, pass. All right, my turn. And I honestly don't think we can beat that. Not without drawing another removal effect. Like that. Menace, lifelink, and indestructible. So he can attack us if he wants to. But if he does attack us, that puts us in a better situation. Because then that creature won't be able to block. Though he can sacrifice the Maze Mind Tome to gain 4 life, so he's not out of it yet. Okay. So, draw a card. Draws an extra card and loses a life because of Ketramos. Legions to Ashes. Exile target null and permanent, but it controls an all token of the same name. Okay, yeah, it's gone. Yep. Yeah, I think I might be boned if I can't draw a removal source. Yeah, no attacks. My turn. Card is Torch the Tower. That's not what we need. Yeah, this game's over. GG. Yeah, if we had gotten the other removal card in the deck, then that would have been fine. Okay, so we get to go first this time, which is awesome. We have Blackcleave, Sulfurous, and Mountain. We have the Hexmage, Braids, and Urabrask Forge. Looks good. We'll keep it. Yep. Comes in with a Hex on it. But it opens with a Temple of Malice. Alright, let's go here and play the Clockwork Percussionist and attack for 2. Alright, they got Swamp. Alright, let's go Mountain. Let's go attack for 2. Can I take it? I will play a Braids. Autopay. And wait for the removal spell to land before we get to our end step. Waiting. Throw possibility. Okay, never mind. Oh, they're graveyard deck, so I don't really care. Oh, Momentum Breaker. That's nice. That will come in very handy. So we just hang on to that until they cast a Zombify. Alright. Our turn. Let's go Urabrask's Forge. Make a dude. Attack with dudes. Alright, they go to 6. Sacrifice that. They lose 2 life, draw a card. They are demanding answers. What'd they discard? Just a swamp? And they're definitely trying to get to it. Alright, 4th land, Fabled Passage. Let's see that Zombify. Yep, Zombify. Works perfect. And I'm totally okay with that because I have 3 different ways to remove it before even going to the attack step. And they are completely tapped out also, by the way. I don't think they have another land to play. I believe they are completely shields down. Yeah, they are. Okay. Let's give them a good game. Hit with the Momentum Breaker. And then GG. Not bad, not bad. Winning by their turn 4 is pretty good. Okay, and we are back with the post-game wrap-up. And I gotta say, of all of these sacrifice-style decks that I've played in recent memory over, I'd say, like, the last, like, year or so, this really feels like the best one. It's like even more so than the Kamigawa era Oni Cult Anvil version of the deck. This deck feels really, really strong. We did really good with today's deck. So let's real quick go over the strong cards and the weak cards of this deck. So far, the weakest card in the deck easily feels like Clockwork Percussionist. While it is like a decent card that gives you a little bit of an advantage later on, I think we could potentially find a better fit than Clockwork Percussionist in the early game. I'm thinking maybe something like, Cacophonous Scamp might do pretty well. However, we don't also run a whole lot of ways to bump the power level of that card, so maybe not. Aside from that, another good potential card to throw in here might even be Monastery Spearhand. Just because of the fact that you're playing so many other spells in this deck, like non-creature spells, that the prowess might actually go off with that card. So pretty decent. Spiteful Hexmage is really good. Absolute roll for this deck. Also, a thing to consider with Clockwork Percussionist is it is an artifact, so you can sacrifice it to torch the tower for the bargain effect. So keep that in mind before you start cutting copies. The removal is really good. From Final Vengeance to Clock the Tower, Nowhere to Run, and Momentum Breaker, you have a lot of really good choice sacrifice effects with this deck. So this is a pretty decent start at the very least. Because you got 4, you got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 just straight up removal spells, plus 3 more if you count in the Hopeless Nightmare, and also the discard for Momentum Breaker, so think about that as well. The Urabrask's Forge, the tokens that come out of this Forge every turn are really good at applying pressure and also at making opponents panic block into big tokens. So that's a pretty decent upside of this deck as well, especially because we're running 4 Forges. As far as cards that are absolute MVPs and cards that I would never cut from this deck, this column right here, Braids and Urabrask. Braids is really good, even if she's not dealing like the last bit of damage by attacking. That 2 life loss every turn is really, really solid. And the Urabrask's Forge it's an MVP for this deck. It really is. Being able to create a creature that keeps growing in power every single turn that this stays in play, and being able to pair it up with sacrificing it for benefit rather than loss at the end of turn is really, really strong. It's like this little combo right here is more effective than having Sheoldred on the table for more than 1 turn. It's like it's a really effective combo. Sheoldred's good, and she can help you finish the game, but Sheoldred is not the core to this deck. So you might see people pointing really good removal at Sheoldred and not even realizing that this is the real problem in the deck right here. Fear of missing out. I'm kind of mixed on Fear of missing out because, like, of all the games we played today, we did not leverage the extra attack phase. Actually, no, I think we did one time. One time we actually got to attack twice with it. But every other game was either done before we even got to this stage of the game, or it was getting ready to be wrapped up. And so this kind of felt like a wins more kind of card. So I think maybe this card might be more effective as either a different creature altogether, or as maybe just some direct damage to go to the face. Because, like I said, I only used him once. That's it. Yeah, I'd probably even just swap it out for a couple copies of Lightning Strike, honestly. I mean, it's a good card. It's a solid card. But I don't really think it's necessary for this deck to win. I really don't. Yeah, so take that with a grain of salt, though, because that's just from my games. And of the games that we played today, I would like to show you something real quick. You go to Untapped. Actually, no, we can't do that. What we'll do is I'll take a screenshot and I will edit a screenshot of that into this post deck, so you can see what our win rate was for this deck. And it was good. It was real good. We went 9-1 out of the 10 games that we played. Small sample size, but it's a worthy sample size. Pretty good numbers. So that's it right there. That's the deck. Go ahead and play it if you want to. Iterate on it further if you want to. Let me know how you did with the deck, because I'm very curious to know how other people are doing with this deck as well. If it was just me, or if it was a fluke, what's going on? Keep me in the loop. Tell me how you did with this deck. Very interested to know. So until next time, you guys all have a great day and take care of yourselves.